Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Call 877-249-6988. Programming starting as little as $29.99, plus access to thousands of movies and TV shows. Stream to your TV, smartphone, or tablet. Call 877-249-6988. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get Dish today.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And Web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if Web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's a couple of minutes past the hour. I'm Di Rice with the latest in local news on Kcaa 1050 AM. A Riverside man who was trimming a tree fell and, despite wearing a safety harness, hit the ground and died yesterday afternoon. The incident occurred in the 3700 block of Franklin Avenue. The safety harness apparently failed and the victim fell 30 to 50 feet. He was alive when paramedics took him to the hospital, but died later of his injuries. His name nor age have been released just yet. And it's believed the AK-47 bandit struck again. Since 2012, he has been linked to 5 bank robberies in multiple states using an assault rifle. The unidentified gunman has used the AK-47 assault rifle in his robberies that began in 2012 here in the Inland Empire. In this particular incident, a Chino police officer was shot and wounded when he confronted the bandit as he exited the California Bank and Trust. On Tuesday, a Heartland Community Credit Union in Mason City, Iowa, was robbed. The suspect took an undisclosed amount of money and left the area in a 2007 to 2009 model black or dark-colored Toyota Camry LE. A reward of up to $100,000 is being offered in exchange for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspect. Inland Empire weather, chance of thunderstorms through tonight, highs in the mid-90s tomorrow, and overnight lows tonight about 70 degrees. Currently, it's about 94 here in San Bernardino. That's the latest in local news. I'm Di Rice on Kcaa 1050 AM. This report has been brought to you by Unbound. At Unbound, they believe in the potential of an educated child to change the life of her family, her community, and our world. Learn more at unbound.org.
Join Market Wrap host Mo Ansari for his nationwide webinar on Thursday, August 6th. He'll review the markets, provide analysis of the economy and the Federal Reserve, and discuss technical analysis. He'll also make time to answer questions about your favorite stock, mutual fund, or any investment questions you have. The webinar is free, but you must have a reservation. So call now, 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700. And join Market Wrap host Mo Ansari on Thursday, August 6th for the free nationwide webinar. Call now to make your reservation, 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700. Or register online at compact.com. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. You can win tickets to the Junior University Musical Theater presentation of The Jungle Book. Just listen to KCAA all day long and get ready to win. Are you looking for adventurous entertainment for the whole family? Then join Junior University for a musical theater experience that is unmatched under the stars at Roosevelt Bowl in Paris Hill Park. This year, it's Muggle and the Adventures in the Heart of the Jungle as Junior University presents William R. Dixon's adaptation of The Jungle Book. Show dates are July 17th through August 1st. Starting time is 8:15 p.m. General admission is just $10 for adults, and children 12 years old and younger are just $5. Two parents and all their children under 18 years can purchase a family ticket at the box office for just $25, and you can save 20% on a family ticket if you print it out at home by going to junioruniversity.org. Listen to KCAA and win tickets to The Jungle Book. And that's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Mark Westwood.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-643-9406. That's 1-800-643-9406. Again, 1-800-643-9406. Call now.
Do you have a broken window or rock chip on your vehicle that needs repair? Give us a call at HM Auto Glass, 951-858-5190. HM Auto Glass is your locally owned and operated auto glass specialist, offering low cost and high quality auto glass repair and replacement. We also work with all major insurance companies and offer free mobile service. So call us, 951-858-5190. That number again is 951-858-5190.
This is KCAA.
Listen to AM 1050 KCAA. It makes people wonder what you're up to.
Welcome to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Take a walk on the wild side. Will the birds and the bees survive? Right before me, my newfound hippie side. Once ignored these conspiracies online. Out the window, visions of the earth. Sign me up now, make sure you use your smart. Take a walk on the wild side. Will the birds and the bees survive? Would your children lie to see Mother Nature's side?
Health Talk Radio Show. Yeah, this is the place where you want to come to get the
Welcome to Smart
info
Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
What's going on and okay, well, let's try that again. Smart Health Talk Radio Show, everybody. That's what you're listening to, in case you were wondering. And it's, of course, right here on KCAA, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And I just, I guess our guest is trying to call right now on 832 number, FYI. And our guest for today is Pam Larry.
Okay.
And she is the person that, if you might remember, Prop 37.
And we can also throw out the number if you want, Elaine. And then maybe she lost the number.
I don't know.
Or we'll call her. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, she said I'm on. Oh, here's a number that she's at right there, the 530 number. Okay, so we're trying to get Pam on the line here for you, everyone, because guess what? We have a report. Some really big news happened today. We had some big happenings in Congress with passing the DARK Act, which is also known as H.R. 1599. And that bill pretty much takes away our food rights. It is going to be dictating what we're going to be allowed to know about what's in our food. It's going to allow GMOs to be in products that are labeled as natural and many other things. But this is a bill that's been going back and forth. We've been trying to. How we doing? Okay, we've been trying to get it where it's something that would be valuable, but I don't think that that's really possible because of the way that it's been structured so far. But I'm not the expert on this bill. I have an expert on the phone, and that is Pam Larry, and she is the one that helped spearhead Prop 37 right here in California, and she is the president of LabelGMOs.org. And Pam, are you there on the line? Hello, Pam? Okay. As soon as we get Pam on the line here, we'll try again. But anyway, the LabelGMOs.org, please go there and check it out, because that's kind of a hub of the latest information on what's going on with things like this DARK Act. And if you haven't heard of the DARK Act, I really hope that you're going to stay tuned to this whole show, because trust me when I say this applies to you. It applies to each and every citizen. This is about big corporate food companies trying to take our rights to know what's in our food. Is that Pam? Woo! Okay, everybody. Hi. We got Pam Larry on the phone. Welcome to Smart Health Talk, Pam. Thanks so much. Hi. And this is, Pam's returning to our show because, boy, we did some big powwows in the process of trying to get that Prop 37 passed, didn't we?
We did. And so much has happened since then.
And we tried with all our hearts, but everything kind of, we're going through a process here, and we could almost predict some of the things that are happening right now, couldn't we? Because we know that big corporate is going to fight tooth and nail to control every single thing that they can, to get away with what they can and not have to tell us what they're really putting in there, because a lot of these ingredients that they're using are way cheaper, synthetic or fake versions of the real thing, which, increases their profit margin. And so there's just like so many things going on. And I tell you, I got to get it here. I got a big old list of like things in the news. But first of all, and I don't know, I'm hoping that you can stay with us the whole hour, because so much of this is just, it's all interrelated. And I think, if we kind of go over these different issues that are happening right now, maybe people can kind of see how all the pieces fit and why people like ourselves get so passionate about something like this H.R. 1599. Like, we're not just going to sit around on our hands and just let all this stuff happen, because we know this isn't a good thing for the people. At least that's what, am I on track there with your feelings on what's happening here?
Well, it's a basic power grab and takeover, another step in the takeover of our food supply, which is why I keep working on this issue. It's for the future, for our children and our grandchildren, because what's happening now all around the world actually is there are a lot of laws being laid down. We're losing ground in Europe. They're really, really fighting and pushing back to make sure that patented seeds and patented foods are the future. And, it's many people think it may sound like a conspiracy theory, but it's not.
Well, some people may think that that's a good thing, too. They're like, hey, so what, that we're going to have patented seeds as the controlling force of what food we eat in the future. Why would people not, why should they not be thinking that's a good
Kissinger
thing.
said, when you control the food, you control the people.
Okay.
So we
So that's
also,
pretty much controlling us, patenting seeds.
Exactly. Well, and because what happens then is also they're enacting laws all over the world and here in California that you can only grow registered seeds, and that counties can no longer have control over the seeds that are grown in their county. So, for instance, if the way that the law reads right now, our seed banks are in jeopardy, and we aren't the only state where they're enacting laws like this. They're not enforcing them right now, but in the future, it could very well be that people who belong to seed banks, you cannot trade with anybody who lives further than 3 miles away from you legally. And although they haven't enforced that in California yet, they tried to close down a seed bank. I believe it was in Pennsylvania.
Really? God, this makes my blood boil, just the thought, because I am such a rebel. And it's just like, you're going to tell me that I cannot grow an heirloom seed that I can grow to maturity and then save the seeds and then grow like 100 more than I grew the first year by saving the seeds without having to buy any more seeds from anyone, that will become illegal for me to do that?
If you want to trade that seed with anybody that's more than 3 miles away, that is illegal. Or if you get that first seed from somebody else, that is technically illegal.
That just sounds like Big Brother or something. That my gosh, if my neighbor 3 miles down the road gives me a seed, that I could be arrested. Like, how friggin' insane is that, Bam?
Right.
Oh
Now,
my gosh.
Of course, everybody can look at that and go, at this point in time.
See why you're listening to the show, everyone. See why you're listening to Smart Health Talk, and see why you better please stay for this whole show, because this is we're just getting on the tip of the iceberg here on this issue of your rights, your food rights, our rights.
Welcome to Smart Health Talk with your host, Elaine McFadden.
Take a walk on the wild side. Will the birds and the bees survive? Right before me, my newfound hippie side. Once ignored these conspiracies online. Out the window, visions of the earth. Sign me up now, make sure.
Hello, everyone. This is Smart Health Talk Radio Show. And if you were tuning in for the first part of the show, then you were listening to one of the guests that I'm actually going to be talking about a lot during this show, because this is an issue that is, to me, one of the most important issues that are happening right now and can affect what's going on as far as like our ability to be able to farm our garden and what kind of seeds we're going to have access to, and sharing seeds and GMO labeling. And those products with a natural label will be full of GMOs, and you won't even they won't have to tell you. All the state laws that were already passed for GMO labeling will become null and void. Just on and on and on, because this is a show, Smart Health Talk, with your host, myself, Elaine McFadden. I'm a registered dietitian with a master's in public health. And I hope that lets you know that I'm passionate about the food that you're eating, what's going in your body, how that's impacting your health, how that increases your risk of getting disease. What kind of things are your family being exposed to that could actually trigger something like cancer or food allergies or asthma or ADHD or birth defects? I mean, these are all things that are related to the food that you are putting in that mouth of yours. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. everything that's going in, because that is, you just think, oh, this is just food. Well, I'm here to inform you today a very, very important fact. And that is not all food is created equal. No, no, no. And I hope I've got your interest up a little bit so far, because I've got a lot of important things I'm going to be talking about today, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, Elaine, thank you so much for telling me that. And I didn't know that, and that's going to change how I buy food. And that's what I'm hoping is going to happen when you listen to our show today, that I'm going to be impacting how you feel about food, how you think about food, how you buy food, which, I mean, that is like one of the most important things of all. And I was just like conferring with our engineers here at Smart Health Talk, because I have a really special treat for everyone today. We are going to be. Is there any Star Wars fans out there? Because I was reminded of something that I worked on really, really hard back when I was trying to get organic cereal choices in schools. Which, let me tell you, you learn a lot when you go out there and go up against Kellogg's and General Mills. You learn about how the food system really works, and you start to understand why there are no organic choices in our schools. And I can't say no, because there are some incredible food service ladies out there that are making it happen, and you know who I'm talking about. And they are the early adopters. They're the leaders. They're the ones that are showing this can be done, even within a school budget that is an average school budget that other food service directors have to face. And there's like so many things we can do with schools. I mean, there's farm to school, and it's like working with local farmers, and you can work with local organic farmers and bring fresh produce into the schools, and gardening at school, where the kids get to learn how food grows, and they actually get to eat the food in the cafeteria. Like, wouldn't that be great? And you'd be surprised. You can incorporate all kinds of lessons into gardening, from math, English, all kinds of things can be incorporated into the whole gardening process. And so, getting kids involved. We're talking about kids. We're talking about schools. And one of the things that I have been researching over the past week is I've been following up with some of the guests that we've recently had. We've had guests that are going to come and give us a report. The peer group, the Public Employees for Responsible Environment, the Public Environmental Employees Association, something like that. But I've got to go back and remember what the peer group stands for. But it's just PEER.org. And please forgive me for ripping your name apart there and what it stands for. Because this is one of my absolute favorite groups, because they actually work with whistleblowers and help get some incredible things done. And the Public Employees for Environmental Responsibility, that was it. Okay, so they have all kinds of reports going on. They reported on our show about, first of all, how they're suing the FDA for keeping their scientists from telling us the truth. Can you believe that? Well, yeah, I can, knowing all the other kinds of things that they've done and knowing the people that are in charge over there. Because the people that are in charge, they used to work for Monsanto. So guess where their loyalty lies? Do you think it's with the American people? I don't think so. And I wouldn't be surprised, even though they're working for the government. Who knows, how else they're incentivized to make sure that decisions made within the government are positively impacting companies like Monsanto, Dow, Syngenta, all of these biotech companies that are trying to pretty much take over our food system, and they want everything to be GMO. they don't want to allow us to be able to share seeds to anyone 3 miles farther than 3 miles from our house. So I don't know, like that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the show, is if you can even imagine that. I don't even know what to think it is. What kind of rule is that? Because in America, you can't share seeds, freely. You could be breaking a law if you give someone a seed that's an heirloom seed and not a GMO seed. I don't know, just something to think about. I hope HR 1599, put that in the search engine. It's called the Dark Act. And this is a law that's already passed Congress. It didn't even, they just did like a vocal vote on that. And there wasn't even any discussion on the floor. What does that tell you? No discussion? Whoa. And what they're pretty much doing is like the kind of things that they want to do all the time, especially when they're trying to slip things in that are bad for the people and good for corporations. And that is that they take a bill they'll take a bill that'll have nothing to do with what they're trying to slip in there. And so you don't even know to go look for it there. They throw you off that way. And so lobbyists, just pound on these legislators to do this stuff, or, they help support them to get them elected, and it's time to pull in a favor. Okay, so they slip this into the bill secretly. And this is why the president wants to have line item veto, because when these things are slipped in there like this, like 80% of the bill could be really good. But because they slip these other things in there that are so bad, you can't pass the whole thing. So, and that's why they don't want the president to have line item veto, because then they can continue to do business like this. So we're talking about schools, we're talking about kids, and we were talking about, Star Wars. And guess what? There's this really cool video, and I have it on my channel on YouTube, but you can just type it in yourself. And it's called Store Wars instead of Star Wars. And this was actually made by Free Range Productions back in 2005. And this is when I was fighting really heavy to get the organic choices in schools and being blocked at every corner by Kellogg's and General Mills and Kcaa that were trying to keep me out. So we actually got a school that was getting behind us, and they let us go down to the school, and we would play this video for them, and I dressed up as Princess Lettuce. And I put my hair up in 2 knots, and then I took 2 heads of iceberg lettuce and I corded out, and somehow with these giant bobby pins I was able to pin the lettuce to my head and wear a green sheet toga, and showed up at this elementary school as Princess Lettuce. And I'll never forget this adorable little girl that said, "Can I touch that? Is that real lettuce?" I'm like, "Yes, it's real lettuce." And so we showed this whole group of kids outside sitting on the ground this Star Wars video. And I was Princess Lettuce, and then my partner was Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he had a monk outfit on. And, of course, the star in Star Wars is Darth Tater instead of Darth Vader. So he was Obi-Wan Kenobi. He had a monk outfit on, and, of course, he had a lightsaber. And so we watched the video, and the kids were just so into it. And then we said, after they finished watching the video, "Who wants to join the organic rebellion? Who wants to become an organic rebel and eat organic cereal?" And it was like these kids could not wait to eat organic cereal. It was amazing. And they all wanted to be an organic rebel. Well, if you join me over on Google Plus, you will find that I have my own little brochure that I put together. And that was because I was trying to get an organic rebellion going. That's right. I wanted to get a big organic rebellion going. And I even had this wonderful man called Billy Brambett. He even wrote me my own song for the Organic Rebellion. Is that awesome or what? And we're going to play you some of that song here. And then I'm going to be adding that to my website as well. And along with my my brochure here that I came up on how to be an organic rebel. So you have to learn the ways of the farm if you want to be an organic rebel. So the ways of the farm you must learn if joining the organic rebel you choose. Your power will grow when one organic food option per week you eat. Now, okay, you may think, one, you've got to be kidding, Elaine. But you have to understand that how many people out there eat 0, okay? And if I could get them to eat one organic food option per week, which could be an organic fruit or vegetable or some milk, something like that, that is one more organic option than they were eating before. And that's 4 times a month that they're eating it, and that's 48 times per year, and maybe they might like it. And then maybe they might decide, hey, organic's pretty cool. I think I might want to try something else. And so that was my strategy. Okay? And then new discoveries you can make when you locate organic options where you shop or eat your meals. And so the first thing you have to do is just figure out where are you going to get it. And like I've tried to encourage people on this show, become an organic forager. That's right, organic forager, because you know what? As humans, we were foragers most of our history on this planet. And so we're good at it. It's in our genes, everybody. We can find stuff. How many of you, and I used to work with high school students, and I used to ask them this. How many of you, when you wanted a new outfit or a new CD or something like that, you figured out how to get it? It didn't matter that you didn't have the money. When you wanted it, you figured out how to get it. And that's what I'm saying. Once you decide you want it, you go foraging, you will find it, and you will find good deals too, especially like at the farmers markets. That's where I tell people to go for the very best deal because you're buying direct. And let me tell you, someone that's been in the business where I had to work with brokers and distributors and retail markup guys and all this kind of stuff. All those people have to get their cut. And when you cut out the middleman, you go right to the farmer, you're going to get the best deal. Farmers markets are exciting places. I find it almost like a treasure hunt because you'd be surprised. There's old varieties of apples and other fruits and vegetables there. The store, they just give you one kind over and over and over, and these yucky tomatoes that are thick skin and greenhouse grown with chemicals. It's you want the real thing, the good stuff, okay? And that's what you find at the farmer's market. And you never know, you could find some really cool variety of something or some new fruit or vegetable you never even tried before. And that's why I call it a treasure hunt, because food is treasure to me because it keeps me alive. Okay, favorite foods you have, but the power of the farm is strong when organic it is. And that is so true. When the food is organic, it doesn't have any pesticides on it. And some of these foods have multiple pesticides. Oh, I have to tell you something that happened after last week. After we did the show, I was all talking about how I get so mad that people are tricked with labeling all the time. And especially, Minute Maid had to go before the Supreme Court because they were putting big pomegranates on the front of their juice, and less than 1% of the juice was pomegranate juice. And Palm was pretty pissed off about that because 100% of their juice was pomegranate. And so Palm won. Minute Maid lost because they were lying. That's right, and deceiving. And that's what I find all the time in the store. You got to read the label and just go at it thinking these people are probably trying to trick you. because the whole idea is to use the cheapest ingredients they could possibly get for the biggest profit margin. So I went and I saw this bottle of Snapple sitting here, and this Snapple had like a picture of 4 pieces of fruit on the front of this beverage. Well, when I looked at the label, it had like apple, pear, and grape. And so there were 4 pieces of fruit. One of them was like pineapple. There was no pineapple juice in there. You know, there was no pear on the front. And so there was like 3 fruits in the ingredients. 2 of them were in the picture on the front, and 2 of them were not even in the product. And I'll tell you that apple pear combo is in everything. And those are 2 of the highest sprayed produce of all. And that they use that as a filler because they must get it really cheap. They must use like the old leftover parts to make, you know, this other product that they're putting in these processed foods. But I was really mad because it's my job to watch out for you guys and make sure you're not being tricked. But that's why I'm telling you right now. That was a Snapple drink. They had freaking pineapple on the front. Plus they had orange. There was no orange or pineapple in that drink. There was 0. But yet they put the picture of the fruit on the drink. That is so misleading, and that is lying to the consumer. I cannot believe that they're getting away with this stuff. Okay, what is our next thing? Battles with the dark side of the farm will be many, so train often you must. And that's right. You have to get good at this, the foraging part. But you know what? It's so much fun to get good at it because you get to eat all this great food in the process. And you get to explore and try new things. I'm telling you, you got to go to the farmer's market. It is so much fun. And bring your kids and like explore food together. Make it exciting. Take it home and cook it together. Look for recipes together and decide these things, you know, and try something new and let the kids pick out something new. Okay, keeping your family and your planet safe is the mission you accept. If an organic rebel you shall be. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Keeping your family and our planet safe for our children and our children's children. And let me tell you, I have been doing a lot of research because some of the things I found out from my guests. Oh, we almost forgot to play our Organic Rebellion song. I don't want to forget that. Okay, so we want to get more organic choices in schools. And how are you going to achieve that? Well, you've got to get involved as a parent. You've got to go down. And, you know, if you try to tell your food service director how to run her business or his business, it is going to be, they're just going to kind of shake their head at you. You have to get a committee together. You have to get organized. You got to work with the food service director. You have to tell them, I'm not leaving until we find a way to make better changes. But it's not easy. It's not easy being a food service director, but I think that there are many of them that could do much, much better because I know some that have done incredible things. Now, we want our kids to have organic food, right? And we want our kids to be organic rebels because when they're organic rebel, they're going to eat lots of organic choices and want to eat them. Well, Billy Brambit, thank you so much, Billy. I'm just remembering you today and your great songwriting and playing. And so let's all listen to the Organic Rebellion song.
Hi, Shelly. You going to lunch?
Oh, hey, Amy. Yeah, but I wish I brought mine. Yesterday's lunch really sucked.
Oh, yeah, the worst. I wish I'd get some organic foods and have something good and good for you, too.
Yeah, right. That'd take a rebellion from someone.
Now you're talking. An organic rebellion. That's what we need.
Right on. Let's sign up some rebels right away. Sign them up for the Organic Rebellion.
need a Billy Brambit concert, too, so just look him up on Facebook or the internet.
That's what we need. An organic rebellion. An organic rebellion. An organic rebellion.
Sign me up for the organic rebellion. Sign me up. No chemicals in our foodstuffs. Sign me up. For sustainable agriculture. Sign me up. Come on. Just give me the good stuff. We don't want no genetic engineering.
Woo!
We don't need irradiation or sludge.
Yuck!
All we want to do is grow our foods naturally. Good soil, sun, and water. Come on, you be the judge, so sign me up. For the organic rebellion, sign me up. No pesticides in our foodstuffs, sign me up. For sustainable agriculture, sign me up. Come on now, just give me the good stuff. Sustainable is attainable. All we got to do is follow the rules. Join the campaign to make our foods organic for our families in our homes and our kiddies in the schools. Sign me up. For the organic rebellion, sign me up. No herbicides in our foodstuffs, sign me up. For sustainable agriculture, sign me up. Come on now, just give me the good stuff. We've got to save a Mother Earth, and we got to save our children too. Can't you see we've got to clean up and go organic? And I mean right now, the time is overdue, so sign me up. For the
organic rebellion,
sign me up. No chemicals in our foodstuffs, sign me up. For sustainable agriculture, sign me up. Come on now, just give me the good stuff, sign me up. For the organic rebellion, sign me up. No chemicals in our foodstuffs, sign me up. For sustainable agriculture, sign me up. Come on now, just give me the good stuff, sign me up. Sign me up. Come on, sign me up. Sign me up. Man, look at them tomatoes. How about some potatoes? Green beans and peas. Olives, corn, golden beets, and turnips. Jerusalem artichokes. Rhubarb, watermelon, good old soybean, rainbow chard. How about some zucchini, daikon radish, jalapenos, apples, apricots, mulberries, good old short grain brown rice. Come on. Organic ginger, strawberries, spinach, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and okra, asparagus, red leaf lettuce. How about some basil and oregano, dill, parsley, oranges, bananas, plums, good old avocados, wheat, spelt, quinoa. How about some buckwheat and rye, capers, cilantro, arugula, romaine, Napa cabbage, limes, lemons, barley and hops. Oh yeah. Onions, garlic, peaches, plums, mangoes, papayas, and dates. All that organic stuff, man. Give me some of that right now. Kombu, hijiki, aduki, pintos, burdock root. Woo! Sign me up. For the organic rebellion, sign me up. No chemicals in our food stuff, sign me up.
That's right. That's Billy Brambit, everyone. The Organic Rebellion. And who out there wants to be an organic rebel now? I hope you'll go and find me on Google Plus and add me to your circle because I'm going to be adding a lot of new stuff on Google Plus. All of our past broadcasts are going up there. So I want to make that easily accessible to you all. And I'm hoping that I can get people to start listening a few hours per week to Smart Health Talk. And I'm even putting together a special program for those that listen to our podcasts and fill out a form on what they thought about it. On maybe there was a couple of parts of the podcast that really seemed to hit them hard. You can add that to the form and listen to 5 or 10 podcasts, and we'll send you a free sample of some organic foods so that you can try them and you can be an organic rebel too. How does that sound? I'd really like to get some people listening and letting me know what was important to them, because that's something that we that are trying to educate the masses and make these changes. We need to know. We need to know what really hits home with you and is important, because there's so many times that people in charge think that they know your business and they know what you want, and it can actually be that they can be totally off base because what's important to you is not what they're thinking. And, that's what I think we can have some really positive things. And I'm trying to actually create teachers that can go out there and teach others, just like I do. I mean, I can be in the grocery store, like at Clark's Nutrition, my favorite health food store to shop at. And if you go into Clark's Nutrition, I hope you'll look to the right of the door and look at their poster and see Smart Health Talk logo on there. Thanks a lot for all your support, Clark's Nutrition, and thanks for being there for me all these years. I've been a shopper for like 20 years at Clark's Nutrition because they have the kind of food that I want to eat. And I don't have to go through a bunch of other what I consider just not acceptable type foods. And to even try and find the foods that I want, it's just all right there for me. And they have a great rewards program as well. So Clark's Nutrition, and they have locations in Palm Springs. They have location right here in Loma Linda, Riverside, and now they have a new location over in Chino. So Chino, I think it's Chino Hills, excuse me. But you can just find all that right on their website at Clark's Nutrition. Okay. I wanted to get into, we only have about 10 more minutes here, but I want to give you guys a report on some things that I've been following up on, because as I mentioned, we've had guests come on our show, and they've been telling us that we have schools right across the street from farms where they're spraying pesticides with hazmat suits. And we know that these pesticides cause cancer, like methyl bromide, which is sprayed on strawberries. It's been allowed to be used for 12 years after we discovered it caused cancer, because they have nothing else to replace it with. There really is not that many new pesticides being made, and that is why Monsanto is trying so hard to buy Syngenta. Can you imagine Monsanto and Syngenta together? I mean, is it the goal of Monsanto to have world domination, or what? And that is why they want to buy Syngenta, because they have several new pesticides in the pipeline, and they want to just keep increasing their profits. And so I'm hoping that everyone is going to make sure that they let their legislators know that, first of all, that they don't want H.R. 1599 passed, and call your senators on that, because it's going to the Senate now. And also let them know that you don't want trucks to come down the street in your neighborhood and pipe some of these pesticides that the World Health Organization has just said are cancer causing. We're lucky. I did my research, and I talked to the people at the Vector Control Department for San Bernardino County, and they have not done aerial spraying for 12 years. So that's one good thing. But we do have schools. We have several schools in San Bernardino County that are across the street from farming fields where they're spraying heavy-duty pesticides. And I did talk to Alan Lampman over at the Department of Agriculture for San Bernardino County. And he did confirm that there are schools that are right up against fields, and ever since this issue was brought to their attention in 2009, they created a schools protection ordinance. And, you know, I'm going to post this. Along with, you know, the people that were talking about this issue, which was Mr. Rodriguez, who's the vice president of the California Teachers Association. And we're going to be posting our interview with him along with the code that we have here for San Bernardino, the School Protection Act. And they have notification requirements, restrictions on application methods, on timing, what pesticides can be used. And I really do appreciate everything that they did on this. But to me, if they're using the non-organic pesticides, I'm still not going to be able to feel comfortable with it. Anything being that close to our children being sprayed or being sprayed on the grounds of our schools or anywhere around the schools or our neighborhoods for that matter. And I know that there are hospitals in my area that are spraying Roundup, and I live right down the street, and the drift is coming right down to my house. I'm not happy about that, and I certainly don't want people being subjected to being forced to have pesticides sprayed on their street, which goes in their front yard, their backyard. It goes inside their house, and supposedly, you know, you can go to West Nile Virus. It's westnile.ca.gov, and you can go and look, and there is all kinds of places they're going to be spraying in California. And they just did spray in July. And people need to stay on top of this, and if it's going to be sprayed in your area, you need to go talk to your city council, and you need to go to the Healthy Alternative to Pesticide website for information and for help, because these people are actually suing for aerial spraying that's happening in their area. They feel that is allowing people to come onto your property without a warrant and subject you to poison. And I don't know where there's anything where we're allowed to legally poison people. I mean, if someone put poison purposely in my food and I got sick from it, I mean, that's like illegal, but yet, you know, as long as they like slowly poison us, it's like, okay. So I want people to start getting mad. I tell you, just the thought of this, just the thought of them trying to bring a truck down my street and pump these toxic pesticides that are going in the window of pregnant women, children. All these people are being exposed. My organic garden would be coated with pesticide. I wouldn't even know it. Everything would be coated with pesticide. I would not know it. Your baby could pick up something that had the spray on it and put it in their mouth, and you wouldn't know it. They're walking around barefoot in the grass that you think is safe, and they're absorbing this through their skin. I mean, on and on and on. I could go about how wrong this is. I would stand in the middle of the street and I would try to get everyone I could from all my non-GMO buddies and everybody else to make a human barrier where they could not drive through, and I would call the media to be there. That is how strongly I feel about it. They do not deserve to come and be able to poison my home that I keep all pesticides out of. And the fact that they can do this to us, and what they're doing is they're killing the predators. This is what the people from the Healthy Alternative to Pesticides were explaining to me, that there's, you know, skimmers, mosquito eaters, fish, bats, you know, all of these frogs, all of these different things eat the larvae, eat the mosquitoes, and keep everything in check for 365 days a year. But they come in with pesticide to kill the larvae. Oh, they kill the larvae on that day, along with the frogs and the fish and the bats, because they're spraying at 11 o'clock at night, and the skimmers and all the predators, they're killing them too. So all those other days that mosquito larvae are forming, there is no frogs there to eat the larvae. There is no fish there. None of these predators are there because they killed them. And the report that I got was after 7 years of spraying, the frogs were the first to go. And then all of these others started to go. And we're talking about pesticides. Dr. Tyrone Banks did research and proved that atrazine, which is the second most widely sprayed pesticide of all, turns males to females. He did this with frogs. They were actually able to have young, but this is a pesticide that men are eating every single day from multiple sources. And not only that, but our pregnant women are eating it. And it's screwing with hormones. And so who knows how it's screwing with our sexuality even. I mean, this is freaky stuff to me. But this is real. And go read about Dr. Tyrone Banks and read about his research with frogs and, read it for yourself. I want you to also please encourage our government, our FDA, our USDA to please ban these chlorpyrifos, CHLORPYRIFOS, insecticide that kills bees. It's mutating our wildlife. It's mutating our babies. They're using it on potatoes to supply the fast food industry with this perfect long potato that they want sticking out of the French fry box. And everything has to be perfect. There cannot be one single mark on there. And so to accommodate the fast food industry, we are spraying this incredibly toxic pesticide. It's drifting over. It's mutating the wildlife. They're getting huge overbites. They're not even able to have sex because their sexual organs are miniaturized. And, this is you're eating on your food, okay? And not only that, but the food that you're eating that's coming from certain parts of California was watered with fracking water. That's right, fracking water. And what they do is they say that they're filtering it. But I happen to be very close to some people that actually run city water filtering units. They take sewage and they clean it. And they said that there is no friggin' way that those people are cleaning this water clean enough to take all of the 150 pesticides, chemicals that are in fracking water out. And so they're selling it to the water company who's selling it to the farmers, and they're watering the crops with fracking water. So, all of this kind of stuff is going on. And then I hope that you're out there growing your own food. Oh, we only have 1 minute left. Okay, well then I got to get to one of the things that helps keep our show on the air, and that's sun oxidants. And if you go to Amazon.com and type in sun oxidants, SUNOXIDANTS, these are oils and aloe veras. Our aloe vera is 10 times concentrated. And when you use this on your skin, it is so incredibly healing. If you're going in the sun, if you need to heal from being in the sun, and just for every day. And we have a full body spray too with a trigger sprayer. It is absolutely incredible. And did you know that it has salicylic acid, so it actually breaks down the dead skin cells and reveals the nice new skin underneath? We have jelly, we have oils with pomegranate, jojoba, grapeseed. We have so many wonderful products here. We have gel or jelly. So the jelly kind of like stays. It's not very liquidy, but it goes on really great. So please look for sun oxidants. We're having a special. We have coupons, $4 off, $6 off our oil. Right now, it's a limited time. So go clip that coupon and support our show with buying sun oxidants. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you know how much we care about your family and your health and your risk of disease. We want you around, okay? We want you healthy and enjoying your years and enjoying watching your family grow up and have their own families. So please eat organic. Please support organic and go join us on all our social media. We love it when our friends join us. So, and please stay tuned. We got lots more stuff coming.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of BuySellMakeOffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
stock to the public, and Coca-Cola in merger talks with its European bottlers, hoping to lower costs by consolidating. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC Radio.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish and see what real value is. Call 877-249-6988. You can also save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Call 877-249-6988. Programming starting as little as $29.99, plus access to thousands of movies and TV shows. Stream to your TV, smartphone, or tablet. Call 877-249-6988. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get Dish today.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com.